Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and hello to all the new viewers. Today we are going to be doing our 100-hour service on our Suzuki 175 motors. So first, what you want to do is you're going to drain the oil out of the top end of the motor. And you come here, this here is the plug, and you just unscrew it and drop all the old oil into the bucket here. The flow at first will be pretty heavy, and then it's going to continuously slow. We'll see how good my angle play is here. Poor. They hold about 2.5 gallons of oil, so should fill this bucket up about halfway. And then you just got to reciprocate it on the other side. So on this oil drain plug here, there is a crush washer, and I like to replace these every 100 hours, every time I service my motors. So toss this in the bucket. I got a bag of 2 new ones here. And you just slide it on. New crush washer. Well, that one's gone. Let's start on the other one as well. Now that majority of the oil's drained out of this one, go ahead and wipe it up, clean her up, and then you're going to put the plug back in. Put the plug back in with the new crush washer. Get it down to tight, and then I do a quarter turn. And that's it for oil draining. Then you clean up your mess. But next we will get up into the head and remove the oil filter. But on these Suzukis, the oil filter is kind of stashed in a weird spot. It's right here behind this midsection cowling. It's tough to reach even with a tool. Can't really get to it too much. You don't want to damage any of the hoses in here. So we take the midsection cowling off so we have a lot easier time getting to it and changing it out. So that will be the next step, is removing this midsection cowling. piece came off. I'm gonna lay it on its side like that, so as that stuff doesn't fall out the screws. Put this gasket back on. Wow. There we go. That's your oil filter. That's all. I also like to change the fuel filters. I'll deal with the oil filter first, actually. So here we have our brand new Suzuki oil filter. Come with a little bit of grease on it, but I like to and fill them up about 3/4 of the way with new oil. Just enough so it doesn't spill out. Full enough. Put it back on. And you kind of just want to do this hand tight. Hands are super slick right now. Next, we're going to deal with this fuel cell here. You kind of have to take it off because it's hard to unscrew. There we go. Undo that, and then you have to unscrew this thing. Should be able to unscrew it from there now. See how dirty the cell is? That's the old one, this is the new one. And you just pop it right back up into here. You have to hold that again. Okay, pop that up into there and screw it back on. I know people will usually dump the fuel in there, but not me. Fuel's expensive. Every drop counts. Running as far as we do. And it's placed back up in there, but I'm gonna zip tie it again. There used to be a nut up here, but we lost it. Very irresponsible of us. Okay. And last piece of our 100-hour service back here. Here's our 4 spark plugs. So you gotta unplug them all and take that off, and then take your spark plug out. Now I gotta go grab a tool. Income. Here, I'll try to stay over here. Okay. And then if you look down in there, that's where your spark plug's at.
Once you remove that spark plug, you replace it with a new one. This is the one that we are using.
So I'm gonna go put the new one back in now. I'm just gonna do the opposite of what we just did, and that's all. And then we just repeat the step 3 more times. All right, and after you place all the spark plugs and the oil filter and the fuel cell, you're gonna come in here, this yellow cap, and this is where you'll put your oil in. So they take about 2.5 gallons, and each of these are 1 gallon. We're gonna do 2.5 of these. All right, get your funnel, put it into the hole there, and you just dump your oil into the funnel. We're gonna put 2, and then we're gonna check our dipstick. See where we're sitting at. Pull it out, wipe it down. Everything's gonna be falling into place right now, so it might be a little weird and off. On your dipstick here, you see the 2 holes. You want to be about in the middle of the 2 holes. There's even like a little line out there. Go ahead, dip it in. And with the 2, it looks pretty full. So you can see, it's almost all the way up to top notch there. Take your yellow cap and screw it back on. Now we're going to take the midsection cowling, put her back on. Make sure that this gasket lines up correctly. The gasket here lines up correctly with this. We'll cut out for it. And you put her back on. Oh, broke it there. There we go. Now I'm just going to set back the screws, make it easier on myself. That's it. And you put your cowling back on. That's all. And that is how you do a Suzuki 175 100-hour service. We will be doing the lower units in a different video, but thank you for joining us on this one, and we will see you next time.